Hello everyone. Welcome to the Coconut Heads channel. For those who've been here, thank you so much for your for your support, and for the new subscribers, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. Uh, Feel free to reach out and ask us any questions. For those who don't know, I'm currently in Canada. And in this video, I'm going to share some of the culture shock I've experienced here. So please, I hope you enjoy this video. So I listed the culture shock and I'll be reading them down one by one, and they are not in any particular order. So the first one is the province flags. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories, and each of these provinces has their own flags, and the territories too have their own flags. So that's the first one. The second one is accessible doors, stores, apartments, buses, offices, and metro, RAM. All of these have accessible doors for everyone and even wheelchair users. This is not something I've seen in Kenya. So yeah, it's really nice and really wide, and it's nice. I like it. Yeah, that's the second one. The third one is keeping right on the roads. This was very confusing for me because in Kenya we keep left, and even when I was cycling, I tend to try to keep left, but that was a little bit challenging. But I'm adjusting and I'm learning to keep right. In Kenya, the driver's side is on the right, while here the driver's side is on the left. So anytime I was gonna get into a car, I would go to the left side because that's where I'm used to getting into a car, to sit by the driver's side or the left. So I kept going to the driver's side. But I'm getting used to it, and now I go to the opposite side. Anyway, yeah, the Canadians keep right, while in Kenya we keep left. Just that was a not a little. It was confusing. So number 4 is reliable bus service. Oh, this I'm comparing this to Kenya. Here the buses are pretty reliable. When they say you're gonna be there at 11:30, make sure to be there by 11:30. You'll arrive as they said. There's a transit app that we use, and you use it to know when the bus is gonna be there and when it's gonna get to your destination, so that you know how to plan ahead. Unlike, how matatus in Kenya, when you get to the stage, you can get in, but you're not guaranteed what time you'll get to town, because they're still picking passengers along the road, and sometimes they waste a lot of time making their beba. Anyway, the bus service here, I find it pretty reliable. There are a couple of times I've been like a minute late and the bus left me, so that's how reliable they are. When you're late even by a minute, it leaves you, and it's been like sometimes the door shuts in my face. I think that has happened like twice. If you're not there in time, the bus is gonna leave, so it's pretty reliable and you have to be in time. Yeah. Number 5 is automatic doors. Most of the doors here are automatic. You just approach the door and it opens, and some you can just push it a little bit. So yeah, I don't think maybe there are, but I don't know if they're like automatic doors in Kenya. Maybe in places I've not been to in Kenya, but me personally, I haven't seen automatic doors in Kenya. Maybe there. I don't know where I've been in Kenya, but there's almost every store here, I don't know, every building has an automatic door. Yeah. So this is number 6. I'm sorry, but I love this one. You may hate me for this, but I'm a Buddhist and I never enjoyed the preaching in public places and in the buses in Kenya. It's really, really annoying. You don't have to force your beliefs on anyone. You don't have to force your beliefs on everyone. I really, really didn't like that. So here, I'm really happy. There's no preaching on buses. There's no preaching on public areas. People respect each other's religions or each other's practices or beliefs. You don't have to force your beliefs on anyone. It makes the bus so peaceful. It makes the public area so peaceful, and you can just chill. You can have a nice bus ride, a nice walk in the park. I remember being in Kenya, and every time you take a matatu, oh, there's a priest on board, and they'll start preaching and preaching all the way through. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I really enjoy that here. I enjoy my peace and quiet, and I enjoy my bus rides or REM rides or walks in the park, peaceful walks in the parks. I really, really enjoy that. That also made me fall in love with Canada. So number 7 is bicycle lanes or bicycle path. Oh my goodness. Bicycle lanes in Victoria made me fall in love with Canada. I have never seen bicycle lanes in Kenya. The areas I've been where I'm from in Kenya, I've never seen a single bicycle lane. So if there is, please let me know down in the comments. But you can cycle downtown, you can cycle wherever you want. There's this Galloping Goose Trail in Victoria, and you can get lost cycling in nature. Beautiful, beautiful nature, birds singing, trees, wind. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. For Montreal, meh, the bicycle lanes ain't that much, just a few lanes, but you can't even go downtown cycling. It's just you have to use the ram or buses or your own car. I don't like that as much. I really love cycling. So yeah, I fell in love with Victoria and I miss it. I miss Victoria so much. I don't know about other provinces and I look forward to finding out. But for now, the bicycle lanes in Victoria, they made me fall in love with Canada. Yeah. And the bike lanes, there's also places to park your bike and lock it. Like, if you use a car, you're gonna park it somewhere. So they also have bicycle parking areas, yeah, where you can lock your bike and park it and go do your business and come back to it. And yeah, so I really like that. Number 8 is shops or stores. They look closed. When you look at a shop, even during the day, it looks closed until you approach the door or until you see a sign there that says opened. So in Kenya, normally you'd see a store and you know it's open because the doors are opened and people are there. Some people are just standing there. But here, the stores look closed until you approach it or until you push the door. So sometimes we'll be driving around or cycling around or in a bus and I'm like, why is everything closed? And I came to find out that it's not closed. It's open. That's just how they are. Oh, this one made me fall in love with Canada too. The crosswalks actually work, unlike in Kenya that crosswalks don't work. So the crosswalk, there is even some crosswalk that makes sound for blind people to know when to cross. So when you're at the crosswalk, there's a button you press, and when the light turns into like a image of a person walking, you cross, and all the cars will stop for you to cross. So the traffic flow is very good, and each person goes when they are supposed to. When your light goes, you go. The crosswalks or crosspaths in Kenya haven't. I don't think that's that reliable. I think most of us just cross running. I don't know. I remember sometimes you go through a crosswalk and the driver look at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But you're supposed to cross. So yeah, I really like the crosswalks here, even though they're like shitty drivers. But most of the time, the crosswalk are very reliable. You just have to cross when it's your turn. And even the cars, they cross when it's their turn. So I really like that. I really like that. Number 10. Oh my goodness. Google Maps work. They are reliable here. You can be new in this area, in whichever area in Canada. But if you have your Google Maps, just put your location. You don't even have to put your location. The map will detect your location. So you just put your destination on the map, the address of your destination, and it will guide you to your destination. So even if you're lost, you're gonna find your way. Oh my goodness, the Google Maps work. They're reliable here. Yeah, I'm really grateful for that because there are moments where I could have gotten lost. Taking the wrong bus or something. But the Google Maps have been really, really reliable and helpful. Plus, the transit app we use here, yeah, it's really, really good with the public transport. We don't have transit app in Kenya. Number 11 is taking vitamin D tablets because you don't get much sun. You know how in Kenya we get all the sun we need, which is amazing. But here you need to take vitamin D tablets to make sure you get enough sun. Yeah, that was really shocking for me. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Another thing is littering or litter. Victoria, I'm going to talk about the provinces I've been Victoria, BC, and Montreal, Quebec. And both of these provinces are very clean. Everywhere you walk is very clean. People don't litter anyhow, and litter bins, the dustbins, litter bins, or whatever you want to call them, almost in everywhere you want to go or walk, or any building you are in, there has to be a litter bin somewhere. So I think people try to be more responsible about their trash and make sure they are put in the trash bin. So the cities and the towns are very clean, and I really like that. If you compare it to Kenya, I'm gonna say, yeah, in Kenya we litter a lot and everywhere. Yeah, that's the truth. Very, very unclean. Another thing is noise is pretty much on the minimum. There's no much noise. You know how in Kenya, um, maybe not the whole of Kenya, but mostly in the cities, the noise is mostly the cars honking, pop, 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 beep, 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 and music all over, playing everywhere, all over the place, and people shouting and stuff, music in the matatus, and it's loud and loud and loud. By the time you get home with a huge headache. Not to this Kenya, but damn, we can minimize the noise anyway. So here, You don't get music playing randomly like that. The cars don't honk or hoot, honking and hooting anyhow, unless somebody's just impatient, or I don't know, there's a fire truck, or there's a police car passing by, or an ambulance. That's when you can hear vehicle sounds. But normally, in the 5 months I've been here, I've only had like mostly the ambulances and fire trucks, and those are the only ones I've had making noise, and they have to. It's understandable. Yeah. And public music, no, but when you go to downtown Montreal, especially during the night, yeah, there's a lot of dances on the streets and music and whatnot. People playing music and whatnot. If you wanna be there, you can dance, hear the music. If you don't wanna be there, you can go elsewhere. Yeah. At this point, I think I forgot which number I was in, but another one is warm and cold fitted water taps. I think almost every building here are like the water has to have both cold and hot or warm water, not just cold. And it's been in my experience, I've seen it in almost every building I've been to, be it public washrooms, be it offices, be it the grocery stores, be it houses, be it apartments. Um, I'm yet to come across a building that doesn't have both cold and and hot water fitted taps. So that's really handy in this cold weather right now. And it's also handy during summer. Yeah, so yeah, that's really nice. I think in Kenya there are some places with both fitted, uh, but not all. Uh, Maybe some specific areas. I don't know. I've never been to any that has both warm and cold water fitted taps. Anyway, yeah. Another one is separation of trash, recycle, and compost. So here they put trash in a different bin, and recycle in a different bin, and compost in a different bin. And like compared to Kenya, where we put everything in the same bin and throw them everywhere. Oh, we have a long way to go, but yeah, that's something that took me by surprise. Yeah, so that to share. Okay, so another one is right now it's we are approaching winter. It's still fall, but it's dark out. Like by 5 p.m., it's very dark. You'll think it's like 9 p.m. in the night. Sometimes we eat like dinner around 6, and after that you're like by 5 p.m. now. It feels like I should have eaten dinner a long time ago. So sometimes you end up going to bed too early because it's so dark, like 5 p.m. Oh my goodness, dark. But during summer, I got here when summer was at the peak, and it was like light out still, like light out still until like 10 p.m. in the night. So all these things are just like, oh, that is, they blew my mind. Like, yeah, and because of the season changes now, even the times and the light out, it's like, oh, summer, we're gonna be light out. Oh, fall and winter, we're gonna be dark out. Anyway, yeah, this one, my goodness, food prices and price of stuff in here, whatever you're gonna buy, it's way, way, way higher than if you compare to Kenya. Um, Kenya Right now that I'm here, I really appreciate the prices of stuff in Kenya. I mean, I know right now the economy is so bad, but even here, it's not good. And oh my goodness, the other day we went to buy like kales. For Kenyans, you know, skuma wiki. You see the one we buy for like 5 cents in Kenya? Oh my goodness. We got it for like 400 Kenyan shillings here. And it's like, not like, you know, those healthy kale leaves that we see in Kenya. It's those wrinkles ones that are so tiny. And say, it's like 500 Kenyan shillings. That's like around $5 or something. But still, food is so expensive, especially the fresh vegetables and fresh fruits and fresh food. It's expensive. Yeah, I really appreciate the food prices in Kenya. Another thing is scheduling appointments. Oh my goodness, you have to schedule appointments for everything. Without an appointment, psh, nothing. You can't just walk into a place and decide, I want this. No, you schedule an appointment and you be there at the date and the time that you schedule it. If you are not there, they're gonna cancel it or skip you and then reschedule you for a different date. Not the same day, maybe 2 weeks, in the next 2 weeks, in the next 1 month, in the next, I don't know, the next 1 year probably. But if you don't go to your appointments, oh my goodness, you have to wait. Everything is appointment. Yeah. Last but not least, and this is for English speakers. If you ever intend to come to Quebec, please learn French first. It's not bilingual. Everything is offered in French. Classes, whatever, signs, everything is offered in French. If you're an English speaker, you may have a hard time here, even getting a job, getting around. I learned French in high school a little bit, and when I got here and started, you know, getting around, navigating my way, there are some words that I could understand, but it's very difficult because even some services, you won't be offered some services because you speak English and you don't understand French. So I don't think it's as welcoming to English speakers as much. But if you want to come to Montreal, make sure you understand and speak French. It's not bilingual. It's not. It's not bilingual. And it can be very hard and frustrating to be here when you don't speak French. So I don't want to make this video too long, but there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff that are so different. There are a lot of stuff that shook me. So if you enjoyed this video and want me to share some more of this culture shock, please comment down below or let me know from my IG. Let me know, so I'll be happy to share more. Thank you for letting us share. Bye.